But how can a thought which is like illusion know full enlightenment? The Lord, Subhuti, do you see the thought which is like illusion as a separate real entity? Subhuti, no, Lord. The Lord, do you see illusion as a separate real entity? Subhuti, no, Lord. The Lord, so, as you see neither illusion, nor the thought which is like illusion, as a real separate entity, do you now perhaps see this Dharma which knows full enlightenment as something other than illusion, or as something other than the thought which is like illusion? Subhuti, no, Lord. I do not. In consequence, to which Dharma can I point, and say it is or it is not? To a Dharma which is absolutely isolated one cannot attribute it is or it is not. Also, any absolutely isolated Dharma cannot know full enlightenment. Here now, O Lord, perfect wisdom is absolutely isolated. But any Dharma which is absolutely isolated, this is not a Dharma which can be developed, nor does this bring about or remove any Dharma. So, how can a Bodhisattva, by resorting to an absolutely isolated perfection of wisdom, know full enlightenment? Even full enlightenment is absolutely isolated. As, O Lord, the perfection of wisdom is absolutely isolated, and as full enlightenment is absolutely isolated, how can the isolated become known through the isolated? The Lord, so it is, Subhuti. It is just as this perfection of wisdom is absolutely isolated that absolutely isolated full enlightenment is known by this. But as a Bodhisattva forms such a notion as the perfection of wisdom is absolutely isolated, this is not the perfection of wisdom. It is thus certain, thanks to perfecting wisdom a Bodhisattva can know full enlightenment, and one cannot know this without resorting to this. The isolated cannot be known by the isolated, and nevertheless a Bodhisattva knows full enlightenment, and does not know this without resorting to the perfection of wisdom. Subhuti, as I understand the meaning of the Lord's teaching, a Bodhisattva in this way courses in an unfathomable object. The Lord, a doer of what is hard is the Bodhisattva which courses in an unfathomable object, and which yet does not realize such object, or gain, i.e. on the level of Sravaka, disciple, or Pratyekabuddha. Subhuti, as I understand the meaning of the Lord's teaching, here is in this way no Bodhisattva at all which is any doer of what is hard. As this very Dharma is not got at which is realized, nor anything whatsoever which can be revealed or realized, nor anything whatsoever by means of which one can realize. So, as this is being taught, as a Bodhisattva is not despondent, cowed or stolid, does not turn back, and remains unafraid, this one courses in perfect wisdom. As one does not review this as a certain fact as one such courses in perfect wisdom. As one does not review this as a real fact one is near to full enlightenment, one such as this courses in perfect wisdom. As it does not even occur to one that one is keeping aloof from the level of disciples and Pratyekabuddhas, this one courses in perfect wisdom. This does not occur to space, I am near to this, or, I am far from that, for space cannot make such discriminations, just so it cannot in truth occur to a Bodhisattva which courses in perfect wisdom, full enlightenment is near to me, the level of Sravaka, disciple, or Pratyekabuddha is far from me. The perfection of wisdom does not make any discriminations. It is as with a man created by magical illusion to which, it does not occur the conjurer is near to me, but this assembled crowd of spectators is far from me. For illusory men make no such discriminations. It is as with the reflection of an object in a mirror, or in water, to which it does not occur the object which produces the reflection is near to me, but these who come along and cast the reflection in the mirror, or in water, are far from me. For this reflection of an object makes no discrimination. Just as Tathagata, as one which forsakes all constructions and discriminations, finds nothing dear or not dear, just so a Bodhisattva which courses in perfecting wisdom, for here is no discrimination on the part of perfect wisdom. Just as Tathagata is one which forsakes all constructions and discriminations, even so perfect wisdom forsakes all constructions and discriminations. It does not occur to a fictitious creature which Tathagata magically conjures up the level of Sravakas, disciples, and Pratyekabuddhas is far from me, full enlightenment is near to me, for any fictitious creature cannot make any discriminations. In the same way, a Bodhisattva which courses in perfect wisdom does not think the level of Sravakas, disciples, and Pratyekabuddhas is far from me, full enlightenment is near to me, and this simply due to an absence of any and all discrimination on the part of the perfection of wisdom. A fictitious creature which has been conjured up by the Tathagata to do a certain work in converting beings, performs this work, but remains without discrimination, just due to being so constituted as it lacks all discrimination. Just so a Bodhisattva performs the work for the sake of which one develops this perfection of wisdom, but this perfection of wisdom remains without discrimination, due to the fact as it is so constituted it lacks all discrimination. An expert mason, or mason's apprentice, makes of wood an automatic man or woman, a puppet which can be moved by pulling the strings. Whatever action it is made to perform, this action it performs, yet this wooden machine has no discrimination. Just due to the fact as it is so constituted that it lacks all discrimination. Just so a Bodhisattva performs this work for the sake of which one develops this perfection of wisdom, but this perfection of wisdom remains without discrimination, just due to the fact as this perfection of wisdom is so constituted it lacks all discriminations. End chapter 26.